Hey guys, it's Bree here to make a really quick review for the movie Indie Game the Movie. So at the start of this movie, I was kind of figuring that I wasn't going to like it because I almost instantly hated all of the characters. At least initially, all of them were kind of douchebags. I thought they were like, oh, I hate people and I don't give a fuck what other people think and people on the internet are so mean and blah blah blah. I'm like, get over yourselves. And even one guy went as far as to say is that games that aren't indie games are kind of shitty. He didn't say that word for word, but basically mainstream games suck and indie games are amazing. Which I wouldn't argue with, but not all mainstream games are bad. A lot of them are good. That's why those companies are successful. A lot of them I felt were kind of full of themselves. Just really socially awkward people and not likable at all, any of them in the beginning. As the movie went on, I ended up liking quite a few of them. I still didn't like Tommy from Super Meat Boy. He just had some really severe emotional problems and he doesn't like people and all this stuff, and I understand that's probably more of a condition, but I just couldn't like him because he seems kind of like a jerk and kind of like he didn't like anything, so it was hard to connect to this guy at all. Whereas his partner Edmund, I actually ended up probably liking the best out of everyone in the movie. Like, he was married, he still had a pretty normal life, and he was a really happy guy. He seemed really grateful for all of his success and everything that's happened. He just seemed like a nice, normal guy. I like the guy who made Braid a lot. He seemed like also kind of a normal person, a little weird, but at least he had like a good head on his shoulders. He wasn't socially strange or anything, at least from what I noticed. He just seemed, again, grateful for his success, and he kind of went through the natural progression of like seeing your indie game be a success, and you know how at first it wasn't exciting for him. It was kind of depressing because people weren't getting what he wanted them to get out of the game. And also the guy who made Fez, again, I didn't like him initially because he seemed like kind of bitchy, but I understood that he went through so much through making this game and people were really unforgiving about it, and he lost all of this and he really put his life into this game and was seemingly getting nothing out of it. After watching this movie, it's almost hard to see why people would even want to do this. These people literally pour their lives into something that might not work out at all. They have no guarantee whether this game that they've poured the last 4 years, 5 years of their life into is going to give them any sort of profit. It sounds terrible. It sounds like they're stressed all the time, they don't get to have normal lives, and I mean, I appreciate these people are so dedicated to their art, but it sounds terrible. I feel really bad for a lot of these guys. They really don't seem happy even though they're doing what they want to. I know a couple of them said that they would never ever work for a larger company, but I almost think they would be better off. They wouldn't be as open creatively, but at least they'd have a source of income and they'd be a little more steady as far as their life goes. But they all seemed like very sad people, except for really Edmund, who again had kind of a normal life, even though he was getting depressed all the time. Overall, I say it is a good movie. It's really interesting. It really shows you the challenges that indie game creators have to go through just to get their game produced and all the work they have to do that could just end up being nothing. It's really amazing that these people are so dedicated to their jobs, even though it could turn out shit. They still are dedicated to it, and that's really something to be admired. So that's basically all I have to say about that. I would recommend it generally if you're interested in gaming. I found it interesting, and it's not super long. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Quick announcement for my subscribers. I am sending out Christmas cards, so if you guys would like to get one, please message me your address and I will ship those out to you. And also, since it is Christmas time almost, I will be having another contest, which I will announce in my next video. Again, the prizes aren't going to be very big, just kind of cute little plushy things. And again, contest isn't going to be that hard, so it's just going to be the first 3 people to get it. So if you don't want to join, that's fine. I'm just offering it to you guys because it's Christmas and I like to give a little something back to you guys. So that's all for today, and I'll see you guys